Shalom. First, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the sons of Yakim pushing his truth out of the world. Shalom. Keep pushing. I just want to get into it. This article says about food crisis looming. And as you see, you can see Jake is looking at the food, because really, this food crisis is geared to the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This so-called white man wants to starve you out, put you to death, or he wants you to submit in order to get that charagma in your hand. So, hey, he's getting ready to make his move by cutting off the food. It says meat and egg shortages fears after stores report bare shelves amid Omarion cases. Several American supermarkets are reporting incidents of bare shelves as fears grow over an imminent meat and egg shortage amid a surge in Omarion cases. Food chains have been one of the first to be disrupted by new super strain as workers fall ill and productivity drops. Look, you got this, looks like a Southern Kingdom Jake, looking at the food, and then here it is, you got the northern tribes down here working. So this article is pretty much geared towards you Israelites. All right. And it says the effect of Omarion has already seen a shortfall of labor, including farmers, manufacturers, and distributors, according to the Los Angeles Times. Schools and daycare centers also feeling the ramification with fuel prices set to rise as more Americans are kept working at home. The Grand Rapids, Michigan-based grocery distributor and store operator Spartan Nash claim that they have seen a tripling of cases among their staff, leading to delays and workers who feel stretched thin. And with reports of bare shelves, Ben Dia Vakil, chief executive supply chain consultant, RealCLink Corp warns that labor shortages due to Omarion are only going to exacerbate the issue, Salaki. That's just something from the head people out there in Atlanta talking about the sickness. But it says only last month, I'm gonna skip on down to where they start talking about what's really going on with the food supply. And it says, starting here, it says Omarion is nailing us. However, those plans have done little to quell immediate fears among meat production companies who have reported signs of declining productivity. During 2020, major outbreaks at the plants led to shortages and spikes and a temporary shutdown of businesses. And although the situation considered less severe than 2 years ago, meat companies have again seen the number of hogs and cattle slaughter decline by as much as 6% in the past week, according to U.S. Department of Agricultural figures. The paper also adds that plants are finding it difficult to obtain food inspectors to come to work to oversee processing of the animals, which is legally required. Paula Solner, chairman of the National Joint Council of Food Inspection Local, said the Delta Airlines variant didn't have a whole lot of impact on the workforce, but Omarion is nailing us. Meanwhile, farmers are also facing the repercussions of Omarion, with one of the biggest U.S. producers of free-range eggs reporting staffing issues. However, it is understood that the issue has yet to affect their production and the supply market chains that they supply. On Friday, the U.S. reported 895,490 cases of C, reported the New York Times. Elsewhere, just over 22% of the population has had an upgrade, according to our world data. So pretty much, they're getting ready to turn the food off. This so-called white man has plenty of food out there, but he's going to disrupt the food supply, cut the food off in order to starve you Jakes out. The heathens, they're going to starve too. That's just part of the collateral damage, but the whole thing is about the nation of Israel. So, hey, Jake, you need to start getting ready. And the only way you can get ready is you start getting back and turning to your power. You can't prepare yourself. You can't buy enough food. Try to freeze enough, hamburger meat. You can't You can't get enough MREs or storable foods, whatever the case may be. The only way you're going to see your way out of this, guaranteed, is being under the graces of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Because, hey, you know, as it's slated, 2/3 of Israel is going to get this work one way or another. Whether you're going to starve to death, you're going to get eaten by beasts, wherever the case may be. You know, you wicked and you are from the nation of Israel, you will not escape judgment. And that's point blank. So you need to be getting to it, you know, like last week or like right now, because this famine's coming, and it's coming on the whole land, you know, over the whole world. The whole world's going to be starving. You know, there's going to be a lot of people dying from the famine. So, hey, if you don't need to, you know, they hyped it up a little bit, but now it's really getting down to it this time. It's getting tighter and tighter. You got inflation going through the roof. Inflation is at a 40-year high right now. Just 2-3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, it was at a 30-year high. Now it's at 40-year. So, hey, the so-called white man squeezing down on you people, which is all directed by the Most High. You know, he's you know, telling Esau, Edom, through Satan, you know, through the spiritual demons, Satan, you know, to put the orders down to give to Esau to go ahead and turn up, because 2022 is the year to turn up. So we're going to get some precepts here. We're going to go to 2nd Esdras 16 and 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? What shall you do when these evils come? You know, you're going to get in the graces of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, trying to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You know, praying without ceasing, keeping faith. You know, the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge is going to be stability of thy times. So you got to have these scriptures in you. You got to have the faith that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is going to come through on everything they said. And it says, you know, this is the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and beginning of famine and great death. You know, all the great death is going on right now. You know, it was data that since the first lockdown, all these people that I forget the exact number, but it was like almost like millions of people starving to death in these third world countries. You know, and it says the beginning of wars. As you see the war, NATO's trying to drum that war up with Russia. So, and as you see, people losing their damn mind out here. You know, murders up, crimes up. So, hey, it's only getting worse from here. So if you can't put 2 and 2 together and say, hey, I need to get on the good sides of the Most High right now, then I don't know what to tell you if you can't see that. The writing's on the wall right now. And you know, that was Esdras speaking in this verse. Hey, the only thing you can do now as an Israelite man who's sincere is pray, watch and pray. You know, do the work, and the Most High is going to take care of the rest. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So yeah, behold, this famine is sent as an amendment, you know, for you people's wickedness, especially the nation of Israel. So you end up starving, your ribs touching your stomach touching your back. You know, you can see your ribs from where you ain't ate in a while. Just know that the Most High sent this famine on you to starve you out in order for you to drop dead. He did this to you. So what are you going to do, Jake? You going to still sit on the fence? You still going to look stupid? You need to ask yourself that, because, hey, you're running out of time of sitting on the fence. Everything around you is about to come crashing down real quick. We're going to get some more precepts here. We're going to go to, I believe, 2nd Esdras. Yeah, let's go to 2nd Esdras 9:9. It says, then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Yeah, you're going to be in a pitiful case, with no help, because you despised the Most High's ways. You hated his counsel. You loathed his law. So guess what? You're going to get to work, and you're going to get the maximum power of the work. You're going to get the no mercy of this work from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You're going to be starving. You're going to be watching your little infant son, your little 2-year-old niece. You're going to watch them starve to death right before your eyes too. The Most High, he's going to come down on the nation of Israel very, very hard this one last time. He's going to really let you feel his anger this time. Jake been kind of like, well, maybe it ain't the Most High, that messed my cousin up. Maybe it was the devil and this and that. No, the whole nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you about to know real soon that this coming from the Most High. All this hell that's getting ready to break loose. And I know you niggas been saying, scoffing to me, oh, y'all been saying that forever. But guess what? It's coming. So, hey, whether you hear or whether you forbear, you believe it or not, it's on the way. So you need to take the time and look in the mirror and figure out what the hell you're going to do, Jake. Because, hey, nobody's, the man of the Lord ain't going to sit around and be on these highways, on these corners, and these highways and byways, waiting for you to make up your mind when shit hit the fan. But hey, I hope this video was edifying. Until the Son of Yakim, man, keep pushing. Shalom.